We're live, we're live, we're live. So what's going on, everybody? It's 6 o'clock. I did want to put something up for you guys, but it's okay. I'm going to pop it up there anyway. Let me put the comment section on in case you guys pop in. Do not forget, you guys can archive this. Okay. This is your medical terminology. I got to put a slide up in here. This is your medical terminology course, and you guys have already done the first portion. So what we are doing is, what is all this? What we're doing is primarily 1 and 2 review, right? And then we are doing, why is that? Oh, what happened right there? Oh, I forgot I had to do something with that. Okay, so I have to fix this so you guys can see this. So what we're doing is the review, and we're going to backtrack on what we did a couple of days ago. I'm just looking for something that I have for you guys, and I'm going to screenshot it, and then I'm going to put it up. I might have it up already, so hold on one second. I need to convert something real quick because you guys didn't get a chance to see what's actually going to be in this course. So I'm going to put up something where this is medical terminology. This is your YTU class. There's 21 classes, 3 days a week, 2 hours a day. Okay. And this course is I'm going to see if I can convert this from here so I can show you guys this. And this course is a little longer than the other one that you guys just had. Let me see if I can do it in a PDF. It's a little bit longer. Because medical terminology is not that long. Well, some people say it's long, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because there are a lot of chapters in there. Let me see if I can get this. There are a lot of chapters in there, and sometimes it gets a little boring. But I want y'all to pace yourself. Do not get overwhelmed with medical terminology. Okay, I know some people who do get overwhelmed with medical terminology, but I don't want you to get overwhelmed with medical terminology. Okay, so I think I got this thing right. This slide that I want to share with you. This slide has, okay, let me see. I think this is it. So this is the slide that has how many classes you guys are going to do. I don't know what's in here. Something's on my glasses. So this slide is going to have what I just told you about this classroom. Okay, so let's put this up. So this is medical terminology. Again, there's going to be 21 classes, 3 days a week. Okay, 2 hours on each one of those days. 42 hours for theory. The class is going to start at 6 o'clock. So this class is generally 2 hours, and I'm saying 2 hours because we're going to do 1 hour theory. Okay, and then you guys are going to do your practice. There are times when I'm going to do the 2 hour for the theory. Let me see how long it takes, but generally that's what we have it for. So class 1 was chapter 1 and 2. And 1 and 2, the first one was basic word structure, right? And then 2 was terms pertaining to the body, okay? When you are doing the medical terminology, just make sure you have your notebook and your index cards. I brought this just to kind of show you how I generally do it. This is the students, they do it like this. This is your index card. Let me bring this down so I can show you this. So this is your index cards here. Okay, and you're just gonna put them in here, and you can just kind of name this eye, nervous system, XYZ, and then this will be what you're going to study by. Okay, I'm going to turn this up because I feel like I'm a little bit away from that. Okay, so again, you can use this for your study guide. You guys know that. If you guys been through a lot of my videos, I pretty much show repetitiously the same thing. This is what you're going to use, XYZ. Also, do not sleep on the Kindle. You remember I said if you guys can't get your book, try to get your books within the Kindle. Okay, because the first part of the Kindle is generally free. Okay, go through it and you can see. So this is where you're going to get your books from, elsevier.com. You also can get your books from Amazon. I just saw something on Amazon that was like $80, and I think it was like the Hicks Picks book. So don't sleep on Amazon. Remember, I want y'all to check Amazon like way early in the morning, because that's when they have their specials, way early in the morning. And do not forget that if you are new, I'm going to share my screen. If you are new to medical coding and billing, I have no idea where my book is right now, but I'm going to show you the book. Okay, there it is. It's down up in front of me, but I'm not getting up and get it. But that's the Billing and Coding Q&A book. I have 3 books that I've already written. That one, the medical billing book, and the medical terminology. The medical terminology book. Okay, this is for my YTU people. The medical terminology book. I don't think I got that thing right. Y'all know I'm always experimenting. I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to put my studio in this room, but we working on it. Tomorrow I'll be better. Oh, there's no class tomorrow. All right, Friday it'll be better. I want you guys to make sure that you get, I forgot I lost my train of thought what we was talking a minute ago, but make sure you guys get your books. Make sure if you get the ebooks, go to elsevier.com and get your book. Again, you can also go on Amazon, and you can catch Amazon at 4 in the morning. I just saw something on Amazon that might be like $80 or something like that. But again, when you're doing medical terminology, try to find a way where you're going to retain the information. Okay, and that consists of having a book. I don't know why the emails are going nuts right now. You guys know I always have a book with something that I'm initially writing down. Right now, I'm doing the index on the medical terminology book. And in that book, there's going to be tests in that book. And there's also going to be answers in that book. So yay. Okay. So this way you can test yourself. This is for YTU. This is for Sapphire too. So I'm thinking of all kind of ways where you, as an independent studier, can learn this trade and get the same type of benefits that we would normally give you. Okay. So do not forget also go to sapphirephysiciancoding.com and you guys can check that out. I just slashed those prices in half, that tuition for the courses. And let me tell you why I did that. I did that because I think I want to keep the classes here. I want to keep the classes in YTU, but you guys still need the courses to actually follow this class. Okay. So the courses are, you can go to Sapphire Coding and you can find the courses from there. I'm gonna share my screen and pop that up. Or you can just go straight to Sapphire Coding, Shopify.com. I'll put the bookstore there because that's kind of like a popular site. And I kind of like it. It's cheap. If anybody want to do it, it's like $5. So I'm just going to pop this up real quick. This is my website. All right. I'm still kind of working on it. But this is the website. Okay. There's Miss Lambert, mission, products and all that kind of stuff. This right here, I haven't decided what we're going to put right here. So again, this site is a work in progress because I'm still actually working on it. I think we're going to put the new courses here. I think we're going to put the new courses here. Okay, so just look out for that. Here are the pictures. I love how they did the pictures. It's beautiful. Okay, so again, the site is not finished. I might put the product on there. I do not know. They're not really products. They're actually courses. And if you go on the website, you also can see my email there. That's a school email that we're using for you guys. And this is when I am available, 6 to 8, 6 to 8. And then you guys know the Saturday and Sunday might vary. So let me see if, since I'm already in here, I should be able to pull up. Could you guys, oh wait, let me see. Let me share my screen. I'm doing all this talking. I totally forgot to share my screen with y'all. Okay, so let me go back there and fix that. So this is the medical billing and coding Q&A. You guys remember before it was blue, right? Every now and then I kind of update this book and I kind of change what's in it. Okay. So this book gives you an idea what medical insurance billing and coding is. Okay. So as you guys are starting medical terminology, I'm definitely presuming that you have already done medical billing. Okay, I'm just going to jump back here real quick. This is the website. Emails are here, and this is what I was talking about when I said I was going to put a new course right there. Okay, so that new course is going to go right there. These are the courses right here: the medical billing, medical coding, and medical terminology. These are kind of short courses that you're going to get into the bookstore. Okay, so we just wanted to kind of give you insight on that. Now, for medical terminology, you guys know we show you the book. So this is the book that we are working in. Let me get the books. I do have a schedule for you guys. I don't know if you can print out from here, but I do have a schedule. Some of you, I kind of did a survey on what type of schedule y'all want, and y'all kind of like me to just do it like this. So I'm going to just keep the schedules like that, okay? Because as you go down the line, you know what the chapters are. So some of you should have the book, okay? So for your whole course, these are the books you need for your whole course. Your CPT, okay, 2025. Now, if you are not going to take your ICD-10, you can go ahead and get ebooks for the strength of the class. If you're taking your ICD-10, I want you to get hard copy, okay? Get hard copy and make sure they're new, because we would rather you use new books when you're taking your exam. You can get the year before, but again, we would rather you get the new books. The ISBN numbers are at the bottom. Okay, that's your medical terminology book that you should have been finished with. Some of you probably still doing the exercises, that's fine. That's your step-by-step book. When we finish medical terminology, we will be in this book. So I'm hoping by then you guys get your book, okay? When you archive this session, this is a book, okay? Especially when you're working independently. This is where we are right now, okay? So I don't have a problem with you guys using this book. It's pretty much the same thing, okay? This is the new book. If you want to get the new book, that's fine. But like I said, they pretty much have, almost the same thing in there, okay? Again, here is elsevier.com. That's where you're going to get your book from. Okay. And again, you do not have to get your books all at one time. We are in medical terminology. And yes, that's the book that we're working in. If you can find this book at thrift.com, that's fine. Or I always say thrift.com. I don't even know if they're still working, but if you can find it cheaper, find it cheaper. Last week, we saw this one for like $79 or something on Amazon. Okay. So I'm going to remove this. And so we're going to get started. I'm just kind of giving people a chance to pop in and out, let them know that we're here, because they're going to, you guys, I know you're going to archive this. When you archive this, just make sure that you are coordinated with what you need. Okay. I got pens and stuff around here, but I always kind of use a pencil when I'm getting ready to do something. So I have it set up, which it will get better, because I want you guys to feel like you're actually in a classroom. I am at the head of the classroom and you are out there. Okay. And this is primarily how it is. If I was in the classroom physically, this is how I would be. The students would be out there. Y'all be coming up to my desk, or I'll come around and I'm coming around to the classroom if anybody gets stuck. So let's start now. So I'm gonna stop the share and share something else. What we're going to do is I just want to kind of backtrack on medical terminology 1, and then we'll backtrack on medical terminology 2. That is what we just recently did. I am going to put a schedule out there. What you have is an overview of what we're going to do. That's that purple slide that I just showed you. Okay. So let's go ahead and get into Elsevier. So I'm going to share my screen with you real quick. I was kind of scrolling down, but that's not what I want you to see. Let's kind of go up and I don't know why I'm stuck over here. I got stuff everywhere. So this is chapter 1. Am I sharing my screen? So we did this last week. Okay. So you guys should be working on this. There are exercises in here, but you guys remember the exercises I showed you in the Sapphire team. Now in the Sapphire team, we have more exercises to do, but you guys who are in YTU, just do the exercises that are in the book. when I publish that medical terminology book, my exercises are going to be in there. The tests are going to be in that book. The answers are going to be in that book. Don't cheat yourself. Take the test, grade it. You do bad, do it again. Okay. So in this book, I'm just kind of give you an overall how you're going to work this book. Okay. So that's your objective, which we did the other day. You have your word analyst. Okay. And word analyst is describing to you some of the root words, definitions, and meanings. Okay. You have your terminology, combining forms that you're doing. This is last week, so we don't need to go into depth with this. Okay. This right here. Now, if you guys have an ebook, I don't know, you probably can't do this because I got the teacher's version. Let me see. If you could, if you guys get the ebook, let me know if you can do this. Okay. Let me know if you have drop downs and things like that. All right. I'm trying to see if they're giving y'all the same stuff they give us. I know that the instructor's guide is a little bit different than yours, but sometimes you guys have almost the same thing. The books that I'm showing you, my ebooks are instructive books, but your medical terminology book should be the same. I'm going to put that back up because I'm not sure, but if any of you already have your book, let me know. And this is the reason why I'm asking. You see this drop, look, renal failure. It's giving you a choice where you're going to see this at. So I don't know if you guys can see the same thing that I can see. Only because I have the teacher's version. If you guys get an ebook, somebody let me know who has an ebook or have the hard copy book. Okay. But again, this is it. This is the ebook that I have, and here's your exercise that you're going to do. So I'm over here where it's going to show what you're going to do. Okay. So just let me know if you guys can see that in your book, because I can see that in my book. I don't know if it's because I have the teacher book or what, but okay, so let's move on. And again, it's going to be the same thing. Objective, word analyst, terminology, practical applications, exercise, pronunciations, and review sheet. So I'm going to start my share right here because, get out the way. I'm going to go into, I'm not sure why I don't have Teams up on here. We're going to go into Teams. And the reason why I want to go into there is I don't even know why this is. I hate when I have to do it all over again. I have to put the school in there. I have to put the driving you nuts. Okay, so I'm not doing all that. In the Sapphire virtual course, we have the other ebook in there. The ebook that I have it split, which has the questions in there. That ebook that we have is the 10. Is separate from the way that you see it now. So the way that you see this book, you see how you guys got the tests and the exams right here. This is the new one. This is a 2025. In the older version, you get the test first, and then you do the reading. The new version is a little bit different, but you guys can learn the same way. You can do it the same way. And this Sapphire course, it's a little bit different. I'm going into the Sapphire portal because I'm looking for this book. In the Sapphire portal, our ebook is a little bit different than the one that you're going to get unless you get the older book. So the book that we have, here it is. The book that we have in the Sapphire portal, this is in the school. I'm just pulling out this book right here, and I'm just showing you the exercises because the new book doesn't have exercises like this. Okay, the new book. Where are you? The new book you're going to read, and then it's like in little bits and pieces. You see, you see exercises in there. So this is the reason why I wanted to do the medical terminology book with my tests in there. Okay, so let's stop the share right here, and then I'm gonna take you to Sapphire so you can see what I'm seeing. Okay, so let's hit that up. Let's do the share here, window here. No, Chrome tab, chat. All right. So, so this would be 10. I'm gonna put it up. So this would be 10. We did look at this kind of yesterday a little bit. This will be language of medicine 10. But you guys see what I'm talking about as far as the questions and the exercises are concerned. I went through the whole book. It could be because I have the teacher's version that it's not in there. I don't see this. This is not a teacher's version. This is just a regular language of medicine book. Okay, but what I want to show you is see how the exercises are. Amazing. Listen, you cannot go wrong with that. I'm gonna take it off because I'm gonna try to get you the cover of that book, because this, like I said, this is not the new book. This is the older version. This is 10. So you should be able to. Okay, so you should be able to get this book for $5. Most of my students get this book for $2. Okay, because it's an older version. That's why I keep it in the Sapphire portal. Now, this book is where you get those exercises in there. If you buy a course, if you purchase a course, if you enroll in a course, you get this book with the Sapphire class. Okay, you automatically get interest to this portal, and this book is already in here. And this is where you get the two. This is where you get the two exercises, and you get the reading. The Elsevier book is different. That's the ebook. Now, it could be because, it's a newer book again. But again, that's an ebook. You guys know I pretty much like to use the ebooks. But let's go ahead and stop the share for that one. I don't see anything else in there I wanted to show you in there. So we're just going to drop out of that. So when you do get your book, just make sure that you go through it. Let me get over here again. So this is what we are going to be looking at in this book. Some of you who missed the chat from before that are chiming into the chat now, that's fine. You guys are going to do the medical terminology chapter. Then you're going to do the reading. Check out the chat that we did on Saturday. I think I put a summary in there if you guys choose to do the summary. So again, you're going to pace yourself with this course. This course is 42 hours. Okay, it's 42 hours. I'm going to put that back up at the end of the chat. All right. So we're going to do basic word structure. Okay, terms pertaining to the body as a whole. Do we have tests, Miss Lambert? Yes, you have tests. You have quizzes in here and exercises in here. You do not have physical tests. YTU, YouTube University, you do not have tests. Okay, but you can have tests if you purchase my book. I have not let that book out yet. I'm still working on it. I found a couple of things I wanted to put more in there. So, the book is almost 300 pages. So it is not published. Well, it's published. It's just not out yet. Okay. Give me till Friday. I'm going to put that book up there because you guys are not going to get any tests with this, but you should be doing these exercises. Okay. So let's just do a kind of a rundown. Okay. So terms pertaining to the body, chapter 2. Okay. Suffixes, prefixes, digestive system. Listen to how I'm talking. Additional suffixes and digestive system terminology. Now, some of this is in your CPC guide. Well, most of it's in there. And if you guys do have your CPC guide, you will see how the structure of the medical terminology book is. It is the exact same layout as your CPC guide. Chapter 7, urinary system, female reproductive system, male reproductive system, nervous system, cardiology, respiratory, blood system, lymphatic and immune systems, musculoskeletal system, skin and tegumentary, sense organs, the eye, the ear, endocrine system, cancer medicine, radiology, and nuclear medicine, pharmacology, and psychiatry. Okay. There are 22 chapters in the medical terminology book. Do we have to do all those chapters, Ms. Lambert? Yes. Why, Ms. Lambert? Because I want you to start retaining medical terminology. Okay. Start retaining the medical terminology. I figured out a way for you guys to get tests and quiz. Okay. So I put my quiz in my book. I put my quiz in the medical terminology book. YTU, you will now have quizzes. You will have to go to Amazon.com. Just type in my name, Lisa Lambert, and all my books will come up. Some of you who don't know medical terminology or medical billing, go ahead and get that medical billing coding book Q&A. That's on Amazon too. Just put my name in, the books will come up. Okay. But again, you need that language of medicine book to help you with this course. Okay. So let's kind of go through. I'm just going to, we already hit up one. Let's hit two. Okay. Same thing. I just kind of let you guys kind of look at the objective to see what you're going to be doing and what you're going to be looking at. So in chapter 2, terms pertaining to the body as a whole, the medical terminology, Sapphire Physician Coding Book Series 2 will have tests in there for you. But you should have been working on this, okay? Because this is what we were talking about last week, right? Your exercises, pronunciation, your structures and things like that. Make sure if you want to get a new book, go to elsevier.com. If you want the electronic version. I kind of like the electronic version because you could just take it anywhere and you don't have to like pull out a big book. This book is like yay big. So pulling it out everywhere, it just doesn't work. I mean, you could be in Nepal, you can be anywhere. And again, that's why I like the YTU, because you guys can pull up my courses anywhere. You can go into my channel and pull up whatever course you want. Oh, I made a new playlist. And the playlist for this is medical terminology. Okay, the playlist for this is medical terminology. All right. So again, each chapter should have the same thing. This is chapter 2. So you're going to do everything in here. Set 2 hours for yourself. Okay. Set 2 hours for yourself. So when I say 42 hours, this class is 42 hours. Let me backtrack so I can show you what I'm talking about. When I say this class is 42 hours, okay, that's theory. Okay, 42 hours of theory. Your practice should be at least an hour. What practice, Miss Lambert? Your tests, your exercise. Okay, so you have medical terminology. This is for YTU. This is for Sapphire too. Okay, 21 classes. Your 21 classes is 3 days a week. Okay, 3 days a week. When, Miss Lambert? Monday, Friday, and Saturday at 6 o'clock. So we're trying to be consistent. Y'all know I'm trying to be consistent in getting here, as long as I don't, they don't give me no late work hours. Again, so today we are going to do chapter 2. We're going to do class 2, chapter 3 and 4. Chapter 3 and 4, I think, is suffixes and prefixes. Get your index cards so that you can write down what you're learning. If you're not able to, I'm about to get to it. If you're not able to do the full chapter in one setting, don't worry about it, because you have all week to finish. Okay, so this class, you're going to be defining terms. You're going to be identifying body cavities. You're going to be describing terms, positions, directions, planes of the body. So those are the kind of things that you should be learning in here. And this chapter is not that big. I mean, the organizations of the body, this is wonderful. Membrane, nucleus, and there's a good picture in here on the nucleus. Okay, so you're not going to get any tests as far as on this in here, but I'm going to show you this. I am expecting you to do this because look, every time you have, let me put it up. Every time you have, my corner. All right, there it is. So every time when you have something like this, obviously you've just read it. So for you to do this will give you, an extra heads up. You could, when you come from work, get your little spot in the corner and set yourself a timer, and then you start doing your practice. This is practice. You doing stuff like that. Okay, that's what we call practice. Okay, so remember, the theory is us doing this. The theory is you reading. All right. One of the other things that I was thinking about doing was the detailed, well, I don't know if I can do that. I don't know if I can. I'll figure that out, because some of you guys are asking me for detailed descriptions. But I put those like in the front of the book. So if you guys need more of a detailed description, just let me know, because that stuff, again, some of that's in the Sapphire class. a lot of things. I can't put everything on the YouTube, but I can put you in the right place. So some of you guys are asking for that. But send me a message and we see how we can work it out, what I can send you. So this is for YTU. So this is going to be your class 2. We're just kind of dropping that up there. Okay. So again, if you guys archive this class, let me show you this. This is amazing. My other ebook did not do this. Nucleus, mitochondria. We know it's a nucleus, but I'm talking about the picture that I just showed you guys. Let's remove this. Okay, we're not gonna keep it up long. I just wanted to show you how the ebook is. See, I just want to show you how the ebook is. Drop down, you get your answer right there. And that's the glory of the ebook. You don't have to really write nothing down. The ebook, you can put your answers right there. And the answers, you can take your answers out and you can do it over and over and over and over. So that's one of the good things about the ebook, I think, about the ebook. And don't forget, I got that Twitch thing going on. I'm still working on it. I can't get the audio right on that dog on Twitch. Okay, but I'm telling you right now, I've seen all of y'all coming in. Y'all send me a message from Twitch. I don't know if it's y'all or just new people on Twitch, and Twitch is just coming right in. I haven't gotten it together yet because every time I hear something, it keeps echoing. Y'all tell me how to get rid of the echoing. I already tried everything. I can't get rid of it. All right, so for medical terminology, let's move on to the suffixes now. We all learned this in, I don't know, what grade did we learn suffixes in? 4th, 3rd? All right, so this is chapter 3. This is suffix. Now, in order for you to really kind of decipher, what's going on with those cases that the doctor's doing, you do need to know these combinations, okay? So your chapter 3 that we're going to do, make sure that you do the same steps that you do in chapter 1 and chapter 2. So if I do the drop down, so some of you who already have your book, I don't know if you have the same page that I do, but I'm on 71. Okay, so your introduction is here. If I scroll down, that's what we're going to see. Introduction, punctuation, your review sheet. Same thing in every category. They do it the same way. Okay, so you're going to do your combining forms. Look, let me show you this right here. See, it put this on index cards. It's not like they're going to give you like 100 tests on this, but you are going to be tested on medical terminology. So you guys remember when I gave you what was going to be on the AAPC? Go to chapter 13, class 13. And remember, we talked about that, what was going to be on that exam. So, and there's medical terminology. Well, there's 6 questions on medical terminology. I don't know, y'all. Y'all go back and see. You can always look at aapc.com and take a look at it. Okay, so don't be scared. Especially those of you who are getting ready to take your test. Don't be scared of medical terminology. All right. Don't be scared. No, I'm not going over it. We're just kind of looking. We're going to be talking about what's in chapter 3 right now. So they're going to give you, some combining forms and stuff like that. They're going to give you also the definitions of those combining forms. So we can't really go like word for word what's in the book, but I'm hoping that you all got your book and I'm on page 72. Encephal, brain, earthro, red. Okay. And some of these, I know some of y'all are familiar with these things. Cardi, heart, Carson. Now that's a tricky. If you guys see that on the CPC, just take heed to it. Okay. It looks the same. Cardi, C-A-R-D-I. Okay. Is heart, and Carson, and then the /O is cancer. I don't know what that noise is. Okay. Blepharo, eyelid. What else is in here? Abdomen, y'all know abdomen. And that's the combining forms that I'm looking at that you already have. Again, here they are. That's in your book. I got the air conditioner on. I don't know what that noise is. There's something in the air conditioner. Okay. And again, there are tests here. There are x-rays here. Here, suffixes. And suffixes is, here they go right here. Algae at the end. So let's just check. one quick look. So if you got your book, then you can see the same thing that I can see. Okay, algia, pain. Okay, neuralgia, cele, hernia, synthesis, puncture. Some of us who had babies before, we know what that is. I didn't have it, but I know what it is. Okay. And again, some definitions in here, and it's showing you how to put these things together. Now, on my exams, I don't know why they got this in. Well, I guess because they're showing you a lot of suffixes and stuff like that. They're just giving you this as an illustration. You guys know how I am about the illustrations. Make sure you take heed to illustrations because there's going to be something on your chest in there. But again, they will give you illustrations in all the books just to give you an idea of what they're talking about. Sometimes you have to see a picture to what you're talking about. Suffixes pertaining to CYTE. So you get the dash and then the site. That's a suffix. Okay. So that's going to be at the end. Okay. If it's prefix, you know that it's going to be in the beginning. Okay. So site is cell. Erythrocyte. We know erythro is red, right? And we know site is cell. So it's erythrocyte is blood cells, right? Dynia, pain. Okay. I'm just going to give you a quick look because I'm just trying to put you in the right place. So when you do get your book, you know where we're at. Okay, these are suffixes. That's what they look like. Okay. 3 is going to be on the prefixes. Now, why do we need to know so much suffix, Ms. Lambert? It's not that you need to know a lot of suffixes. AAPC needs to make sure that you know how to put words together and you know the definitions of the words. So that's the reason why they want you to make sure that you understand what those words mean, especially when you put them together. Emia, blood. Condition, ischemia, anemia. Genesis, graphic, process of recording. That sounds like something on the test. Itis, inflammation. I know. And let me tell you something. You think that these words will be hard. They're not because we've been hearing them all our lives. Lysis, breakdown, destruction, separation. Okay. I can't show y'all that picture. It's too invasive. Now, there's going to be some pictures in here that I cannot show y'all. But when you get the book, look at the pictures because they are illustrations. Okay. We're still in medical terminology, but look at the book. Okay. Look at the book. Okay. Because that's the illustrations are going to help you to decipher some of this. Phobia. So you're going to have the dash and then you're going to have phobia, fear. And then you're going to have the main body of the word in the front, acrophobia. So if we have phobia, so you've had dash phobia, we know phobia is fear. And then if they give you acrophobia, fear of heights, means extremities in the sense of extreme or far points. So y'all know I can't give you the whole thing, but I'm expecting y'all to do it. Okay. So so when you guys get your book from Elsevier, we're on 77. I don't know why they're showing the measure. What does that have to do with? Oh, okay. Okay. So splenomegaly. I must have skipped that one. Where's that one at? Okay, so they're giving you splenomegaly as a description. Okay, the spleen is an organ in left upper quadrant, LUQ. Okay, y'all got your book. Let me show y'all where I'm at. This is where I'm at. Okay, this is where I'm at. I'm on 77. Okay, so those of you who follow me, make sure you're on 77. Okay, and we're pretty much talking about the spleen. You got splenomegaly. Megaly, y'all know what megaly is. It's big, large. Okay, so make sure that, and see, that's why you need to know how to put these words together because we know what the spleen is, we know what megaly is. And again, AAPC may have all of these on there. They may have some on there, like ectomy, right? Ectomy we know is to remove, right? So if the spleen is removed, it is splenectomy, splenectomy. I'm going to show y'all that right now. All right, so I hope y'all got your book. This is where I'm at right here, okay? And when y'all are working on your own, just put your hour aside. Put your hour aside so that you can pay attention to what you're doing. No, what's the difference between you sitting in a classroom and I'm sitting right here, and you're gonna pay $27,000? It makes no sense. I'm giving you the same thing that they're getting. Okay, ptosis. Ptosis is PTOSIS. Is drooping, falling, prolapse. You know, sometimes you'll hear. I don't know if any of you've been to school for maybe medical billing or something in years ago. You know, they give you all different medical terminology words. Ptosis is pretty much drooping, falling, prolapse, like a uterus prolapse. When your uterus, the older you get, your uterus kind of prolapse, it kind of falls, and they put like a little ring around it. That's called ptosis when your uterus is falling. Okay. Is it gonna fall out, Miss Lambert? I don't know, gonna fall out, but it's drooping. Okay, it's called ptosis. Okay, I'm telling you right now, that was on my chest. I don't know about y'all. Okay, I haven't heard anybody talk about ptosis, but I'm pretty sure they had it on their chest. Hardening, arteriosclerosis. Sclerosis is hardening. Okay, what's arterial? Y'all already know what that is. That's the arteries, right? So in atherosclerosis, a form of arteriosclerosis, deposits of fat. Okay, it's deposits of fat collected in an artery. Okay. She got the drooping. They did have some eye questions on there, especially this one. Blepharoplasty. Blepharoplasty is on there. That's eyelid. It's freezing in here. I got to turn that thing down. Abdominoplasty. Plasty is what? Repair? Surgical? I'm not sure what she has. She has a drooping of the eye, so that's blepharoptosis. That's a good one, because look, it says blepharo, we know that's eye. Ptosis, we know that's drooping, right? I don't know if I can show you how the picture. Let me show you how blue flavor. I'm going to show you real quick. That's drooping of the eye. You see how it says ptosis? And see, look. That may be on your exam because you do have a section on eye. Okay. Just, take heed to what we're doing. I'm doing too much in this one. Just take heed to what we're doing. Laparoscopy, laparoscope. They may ask y'all what differences is a laparoscopy and laparoscope, laparotomy. And that takes scopy and otomy, your vision and your cutting. I can't show you that picture. It's too invasive. IA condition is specialist, OLE, the dash into the OLE, little, small, arterial, what? Small veins, small arteries, pericardium structure issues. See how much fun this book is? And remember, we're still in suffixes. I'm just giving you some that we already have. The suffixes is the dash and then the suffixes at the end. So let me go ahead and get to 4 before we spend too much time with that one. So again, those were suffixes. Suffixes has the dash in the front, and then it has the suffixes at the back. Those of you who have already done 1 and 2, you are on 3 and 4 right now. Again, we want to spend at least 42 hours of theory on this. So if I'm in class with you for 1 hour, I'm expecting you to at least spend, that 1 hour. We'll give you that 2 hours. Okay. We'll give you that 2 hours. And then maybe Sunday, then you can do your other hour. Okay. If you guys still need a little bit of assistance, trying to stay on track, let me know. I can put you in the right place as far as which chat you're going to look at. Okay. But as far as these chats are concerned, they are going to be in playlist medical terminology. So this is where we are. Prefixes. You already know if it's prefixes, it's going to be at the front. Pre is going to be at the front. You remember how the dash was in the front for the suffixes? Prefixes are going to be the front. Okay. So same thing. Introduction, combination forms, prefix terminology, exercises, punctuations. Okay. And it also has the review sheet. Okay. And let me see. They don't have root words in here. So root words must be mixed in. They mixed in with the combining forms, I think. Let me see. So I don't know. They must have took that out. This is a good picture. I'm going to show y'all this with the thyroid, only because I want y'all to see it. the thyroid and the trachea. They might say, where's the thyroid? Where's the trachea? The thyroid gland is above the trachea, or something like that. I'm telling you, APC, they might have anything that they might tell him. But this book, pay attention, okay? So again, this is how the combining forms and the suffixes look, okay? So right now we're on a combining form. I'm just going to show you real quick. Those of you who got your book, if you don't have your book, make sure you get your book, okay? Make sure you get your book. Okay, there's no way that you can practice this course without having your book. Okay, and no, you don't have to get brand new books. You can get any book. Like my page is 104. Your same page might be 50. Okay, I'm just giving you an example of that. So this chapter is on prefixes. Like the preceding chapter on suffixes, gives you practice in word analysis and provide a foundation for the study of the terminology of body systems that follow. Okay, the list of combination forms, suffixes, and meanings help you analyze terminology in the rest of the chapter to support a broader understanding. Okay, so again, just take your time with the medical terminology. In order for you to move on to medical terminology, this is for Sapphire. This is for Sapphire class. Sapphire, you're in combination with the YTU University. And you guys know if you don't pass the 70, you got to take it again. This same thing for YTU. I am ultimately combining the Sapphire course with the YTU, okay? Because I find it easier for me to teach here and I can get a broader audience, okay, without you guys signing into Sapphire. If you, again, go to sapphirephysiciancoding.com and you guys click on bookstore, you should be able to get into the bookstore and purchase a course. We dropped that down, didn't we? Yeah. So if you go in there now in the bookstore, I think the full course is on tuition break of $199 from $13.89. And that's because you're going to teach yourself. I mean, you are not going to go into the classroom or anything like that. This is a self-taught course. And I'm trying to make it easier for YTU to actually get in here. So go to the bookstore, go to sapphirephysiciancoding.com and click on bookstore or click on store or pay or something like that, and you'll get there. It's also down below. I put all the links below for you guys to find out where everything is. Okay, so let's move on. So CARP, CARP/O. This is what they look like, okay? See how they look? That's your prefix. That's the meaning. And all you're doing is putting those words together. You're putting those words together. AAPC may have, they may have carpal and then choose which meaning it's going to be. Like carpal, wrist, bones, cis/O is to cut. That's a combining form. Okay. Cutane, skin. You know that cutaneous, like cutaneous underneath the skin. Dactyl, fingers, toes, flex, bend. Now I don't know where this came in at. GLOSS/tongue. We know that glyce is sugar, GLYC/O. Okay, that's how they look because the combining form OX we know is oxygen. Okay, I'm just talking about some of them. Somnium, we know is sleep. They give you some more suffixes in here. Dash, cringe, secrete, drone, fusion, gen, dash, slaps. I'm just putting the dash in front of it. Meter. Oh, in your medical terminology book. Let me come back to you. So in the medical terminology book, there are measurements in there. Not this one, the one that I wrote. I put measurements in there because sometimes you have to measure in a beaker how much liquid was used, or how much was ingested, and you need to figure out the cc's and the whatever's and the gallons and the XYZ. So that's why I put that in there. There's also a lot of tests that pertain to the prefix and the suffix. I think your third test is so chapter 3 is suffixes, and it is, I put test or something. Yeah, it's test. It's system test suffixes, and then that's on page 45. Page 50 is your prefix test. So those are the tests that I have given you. Okay, those are the tests that I've given you. Um, Page 55 is digestive system test, basic word structure test. So upon you having exercises in this book, you still have terminology exercises in the medical terminology book. I can't show you the book yet because I haven't finished with it yet, but I'm expecting you guys to get the book. The book will be $19.99. The book will be $19.99. You still have to get this book. If you want to, this is what I would do. I would go to the bookstore. I would go to the bookstore. I need to get to this site real quick so I can get to the bookstore. I would go to the bookstore. Wait, I can show you this. Let me show you how to get that book. So let's share my screen. Stop the share. Let's share again. What I would do, because this book is changed, you know how I talk. This book is changed. Go to the Sapphire store. I'm putting this up. This is mine. We ain't copyright. Nobody wants to spend a minute on it. So we're pretty much finished with that. I want you guys to do the 3 and 4 chapters, the suffixes and the prefixes. That's what you're working on, and do the exercises in there. Okay. So this is Sapphire Academy website. You guys know I'm working on a website, so you'll see a bunch of GoDaddy crap up there. Okay, so when you see this over here, it says explore courses now. If you pretty much click on that, you should get my courses. Okay, so I'm gonna do it one more time. You see this? Unlock the coding potential today. Okay, click explore courses. You see? Usually, they know me. Around this time of the year, I always do some type of promotion with Sapphire. So this time of the year, this is when I do the Sapphire promotion. Okay. So again, this is your medical billing and terminology courses that you're going to get, and this is what they are. Okay. You remember this was $13.89. This is $199 for now. That's your medical billing course. And these are the rest of your courses that are individual that are $53.99, the same as this. We're still working on a reduction for this, but there's still a Q code in there for you guys to get this. So if you get one course, let's say you get the anesthesia course, and the anesthesia course is $53.99. You will have access to the medical terminology ebook. Okay, you will have access to that medical terminology ebook. Okay, so here, this is the website. Okay, this is the website. All right, y'all go to my website, okay, sapphirephysiciancoding.com. Go to my website, click here. When you click here, that's when you're going to get my bookstore. When you click here, this is going to take you to checkout, okay? And there's a lot of stuff that you can read, you know, on checkout, okay? You remember how much this was? That's how much it is now. And that's for all of the courses. That's for all of the courses. Okay. So if you having trouble getting that medical terminology book, because I know it's $120. If you buy one of these courses, I will give you that book for free. It's an ebook. You can download that book from the Sapphire portal. You don't have to get this one. This is the full class. This is all 21 classes. And this time of year, everybody knows me. I'm pretty sure they're looking for me. They know that I always give that promo code right about now. Okay. So just kind of take heed to that. All right. Because I know that book is a lot of money, and sometimes, you know, you just ain't got it. But you still can catch it on Amazon for about $70. In order for you to do the medical terminology course, YTU, you have to have the books. You have to have the books, okay? Most of you guys are working. Put away $20, and just get the book, okay? Those of you who missed the medical insurance billing class live, you can archive the medical insurance billing class. if you join Sapphire, pretty much just purchase a Sapphire course. And I'm going to put that up here. Next time we'll put that up here. If you purchase a Sapphire course, the medical terminology book is included. And that's any one of those courses. So what I would do if I was a student getting ready to learn and I needed a language of medicine book, I would register. I would purchase a course. Once you go on sapphirecoding.com, click on bookstore. Let me see the book. So XYZ. And once you make your payment, the books are automatically downloaded. Okay. You get an automatic download. Okay. If you have any trouble, let me know. But again, medical terminology is kind of long, and let me see. I got to share my screen with you guys. It's kind of long, but you will get through it. The last class that we did was only 15 hours. This class, yes, it's a lot longer because you have a lot more stuff to do. So your prefixes, meanings of prefixes, you got to do terminology, and you have to do meanings. Yes, I want you to, I'm going to drop this down. I'm on chapter 4 on prefixes. I'm on page 105. You might have a different page. Okay. These are the things that you're going to see. I'm going to share my screen with you. And medical terminology. This is going to be quick because we're almost finished. You see how the illustrations give you an idea of what they're talking about. And that's pretty much the same how when you take your AAPC and you're doing your cases. Remember, there were 10 cases, right, guys? There's 10 cases. You see how those illustrations are? When you are reading and looking at what you're talking about, it helps you to retain, okay? We're talking about, that was like a skin, but it was like an antigen type of thing. They're just showing you antibodies and pictures of antibodies and lymphocytes. You looking at that stuff puts it in your mind when you see it on the AAPC examination, okay? And they're just saying a closer look because they're just giving you a closer look to it. And they're giving you a picture. All right, I don't know why they have so many, pregnancy pictures in here, but I can't show you that. I can't show you that, I can't show you that. Don't take that down. You make sure I take that down. Y'all can't be looking at it. Y'all can, once y'all get the book, you can look at whatever you want, okay? Closer look. What is that? I'm sorry, okay, so I like this right here. So at the bottom says useful weapons against anemia, and on the bottom it's just giving you questions that you're going to do. Here's your exercises. See, hold on, let's fix this. I just want you to see exactly what the prefixes look like. Look, I can't go over them because they'll get us for sure, but I own these books. I have the rights to these books, so don't worry about it. The class is almost over. We got 2 minutes left, but I want you guys to see. I'm going into my book. So yes, I want you guys to complete these prefixes. All right, complete that. Ab, Anna, anti, add, auto. Okay, Brady. Okay, I always get that. That's going to be your test. I bet you. I always get mixed up with fast and slow. Okay, so I don't know why they got that there, but match. Even if you don't get the ebook, it's going to be the same way. You're just going to have to write it in. Okay. They just give it to you easy. You're just going to pick one of those answers. Select from the list of terms below. Okay. So this is the exercise portion. These are more prefixes: X, dis, D, dia, hemi, half, hypo, high, epi, half, hyper. Okay, endo, intra, infra, macro. Complete the following. They got a lot in here. They got a lot more here in this one than they did in the other one. But again, you guys see the exercises. That's what you're going to be doing. This class is over. But again, your theory is over. It's time for you to practice now. Okay, so when the classroom is over, you should be studying, practicing, reading, what you're doing. So again, like if we were in a classroom and I'm teaching this in a classroom, once I've done the lecture, I'm done. Now you are working. Everybody's working. Everybody's working on the exercises now. So give me a pen. So this is what you're doing. So that 1 hour that we just did in the classroom, right? The next hour you are reading. Now you are reading. Now you're reading. Make believe we're in the classroom. I just did the lecture. You're at the desk, make believe desk, and now you're reading. Okay, that's 1 hour because you're reading chapters 3, and chapters 4. Right? Here's your other hour. Practice. Okay, because see, your first hour was theory. Your lecture for me. Okay, your second hour is your reading, your self-study. Your third hour is your practice. You're doing the exercises. That's where your 3 hours come from. You understand? That's where your 3 hours come from. That's how we decipher how long this course is. Okay? So that's your 42 hours. That's your 3 days. You got it? I know it's a lot, but y'all gonna follow this class. If I had to string y'all through this TV thing, I'm gonna string y'all. Follow the class. As we go, we get better. As we go, we get better. Don't forget the medical insurance billing Q&A for people that want to learn medical insurance billing. Don't forget the medical terminology book that I am writing. I'm almost finished. It's 300 pages long, so it's going to be hefty. The medical insurance book that I've already written is medical insurance billing for people wanting to do it without getting in the classroom. So in my 18 series, since I haven't talked about that, in the 18 series, it's everything that's in the classroom. So you have schools that want to buy my 18 series. So you have schools that actually want to teach my course. So that's the reason why I put it in the 18 series. So I go around to schools and see, what they're teaching. I go around to schools and see if they want to buy my courses so that they can learn the way you guys are learning. See? So that's the purpose of the series. Now, make sure you get your book. Okay, make sure you get your book. Okay, I know I'm not going to do a second lecture on a 2 hour because technically this is a 2 hour class. This is a 2 hour class. Okay, and the 2 hour lecture is me lecturing you, and then you going to read yourself, and then you're going home and do the homework. Y'all got it now? See, so I'm gonna do it again. Me doing the lecture 1 hour. We're doing a rundown for 1 hour. Okay, you guys should have any questions. As you guys are not in the classroom, I can't answer no questions. So don't get me for that. Okay, because if you guys are in the classroom and you ask me questions, then the class will be a little bit longer. We're taking it to an hour because I didn't get any questions, or when you guys message me, that's different. So again, that's your theory. Okay, your lecture. Okay, and then you're reading. Okay, that's your theory. That's your 2 hours. Okay. So that's why this class is that long. So if you were in the classroom and I say, okay, now everybody open your books. Now y'all should be reading and doing your exercises. Most of my students do the reading and the exercises at the same time. I prefer them to just read it and then boom, 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 go through the exercises. But everybody's different. Okay. And then that other hour is you at home. So I'm hoping that you guys spend at least 3 hours Monday, Friday, and Saturday. That's what I'm hoping. Okay. So when you add that extra hour, then you should be working, right? So if you got 21 classes, right? You got 21 classes, and you got an extra hour, add that 21. Right? Because remember I said the class is going to be 40 to 60 hours. So if your class right now is 42 hours, right? That's the two and the 2, the 2 hours, the 1 and the 1, the 2 hours. Okay. And then your 1 hour of theory. Okay. That's the 21 hours, which makes the class 63 hours. So somebody say, well, how long is the class? 63 hours. When is the class? Monday, Friday, and Saturday. How long is the lecture? 1 hour. When do we do the reading? After the class, right? So you guys, you guys let me know. If you get stuck, let me know if you get stuck. if you feel like you want me to stay in the classroom while you're doing the work, I can stay in the classroom. But I have to see people in the classroom. So I can't do that right now. When you guys are archiving, I'm not in the classroom. But if we can get enough people in the classroom, then I will stay in the classroom. I don't have to be teaching. I'm just in the front of the classroom in case somebody has a question. Because you guys should be working. And I'm like, you guys okay, XYZ. But again, I think you can work on your own. And even if you do have a question, you guys can always message me and I will get back to you. Okay. So again, this class is over. Your next class is Friday. So you have enough time to do your work. Okay. So you guys want to see this thing up again? I'm going to go ahead and put this up and just to give you an idea of what the classes is. Okay. Lecture theory. Lecture theory. 1, 2. Okay. That's where we got this from. That extra hour is you doing the work. All right. Let's drop this up. Make sure you guys got your book. Okay. It must be cool in here. The air went on. All right. So let's take this down. So thank you. I hope you guys stay for the whole class. Stay for the whole class. Okay, guys. Don't forget to check out sapphirecoding.com. Go ahead and purchase one of those courses. Okay, it will help you. Go get the medical terminology course. It'll help you with this course. Okay, bye. I'm leaving. I'll see you guys Friday. Do your work. Do your homework.